king keeps his rebels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon's furious, for she stole an adorable boy from an Indian king. She's never kidnapped such a darling child before, and now Oberon's jealous. He wants a child for himself to accompany him on his wanderings to the wild forests.
But the queen refuses to hand the boy over to Oberon. Instead, she puts flowers in the boy's hair and makes a fuss of him. And now, Oberon and Titania refuse to speak to each other, nor meet each other anywhere.
Neither in the forest,
No on the plain,
nor by the river,
no under the stars. They always argue, and the little fairies get so frightened that they hide in acorn cups and won't come out.
Unless I'm mistaken, you're that mischievous and naughty spirit named Puck? Aren't you two the ones going around scaring the maidens of the village?
Stealing the cream from top of the milk?
Creating havoc and frustrating housewives by keeping their milk from turning into butter.
What you say is true. That's us you're talking about? The playful
wanderers of the night.
We'll trick a fat, well-fed horse into thinking they were young female horses.
And sometimes we hide at the bottom of an old woman's drink, disguised as an apple. And when she takes a sip, we blubber against her lips, making her spill the drink all over her winner-door neck. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha!
Oh, and here is our mistress, Titania.
I wish they would go away.
Hide there.
Go to the other side.
Yeah, I'm back already there.
Step aside, fairies. Here comes Oberon.
Now let's walk.
We go outside.
How not nice to see you, Titania.
What? Are you jealous, Oberon? Come, fairies, let's go.
Wait just a minute. Aren't you supposed to obey me, your lord and husband?
If you're my lord and husband, I must be your lady and wife. So you're supposed to be faithful to me, you know. Since the beginning of Midsummer, my fairies and I haven't been able to meet anywhere to do our dances in the wind without being disturbed by you and your arguments. We haven't been able to meet in a hill or a valley, in the forest or a meadow. And because you interrupt us so that we can't dance with them, the winds have made fogs rise up out of the sea and fall down on the rivers so that the rivers flood just to get revenge on you. As a consequence of this bad weather and these bad moods, the seasons have started to change. We are responsible for this.
Do something about it then. You have the power to fix it. Why would Titania want to argue with her, Oberon? All I'm asking for is a little boy as a part of my crew.
I won't give up him for all of fairyland. His mother was one of my worshippers, but since she was a mortal, she died giving birth to that boy. So it's my responsibility to raise him and will not give up.
How long do you plan to stay in this forest?
Maybe until after Theseus' wedding day. If you behave yourself and join us in our circle dance and moonlight celebrations, then you can come with us. If not, leave me alone and I'll stay away from your turf.
Give me that boy and I'll come with you.
Not for your entire fairy kingdom. Come, fairies, let's go.
Well, go on your way then. You won't leave this grove until I've paid you back for this insult. My dear Puck, come here. You remember the time when I was sitting on a cliff and I heard a mermaid sitting on a dolphin's back sing such a sweet and harmonious song, and it calmed the stormy seas and made stars shoot out of the sky so they could hear better?
Yes, I remember.
That same night, I saw Cupid flying from the moon to the earth with all his arrows ready. He took aim at a beautiful young girl, and he shot his arrow of love, well enough to pierce 1,000 hearts. But I could see that Cupid's arrow was put out. But I paid attention to where Cupid's arrow fell. It fell on a little western flower, which used to be as white as milk, but now it's turned purple, having been wounded by the flower of love. Bring me this plant. I showed it to you once. When its juice is put on someone's eyelids while they're asleep, that person will fall in love with the next thing he or she sees. Bring me this plant before the sea monster has time to swim 3 miles.
I could go around the world in 40 minutes.
When I have the juice for that flower, I'll trickle some drops of it on Titania's eyes while she's sleeping. She'll fall madly in love with the next thing she sees. And before I can make her normal again, I can cure her by using another plant. I'll make her give me that little boy as my page.
Stop it! Just stop it!
But who's coming this way? I'll make myself invisible so I can listen to the conversation.
Look, I don't love you, so stop following me around like this. Where are Lysander and beautiful Hermia? Lysander, I want to stop! But Hermia stops my heart from beating. You told me they escaped in this forest, and yet here I am, going crazy in the middle of the woods because I can't find my Hermia. Go away, get out of here, and stop following me like this.
Yeah.
You attract me to you, you cruel magnet.
Later, when
You must not attract iron, because my heart is as true as steel.
Keep it. Okay.
If you let go of your power to follow me, I won't have any power to follow you.
Do I ask you to follow me? Do I speak to you kindly? Don't I tell you in the clearest terms that I do not and cannot love you?
But I gotta stay true. My mama's got me
That makes me love you even more. Just let me follow behind you, even though I'm not good enough for you. Could I ask for a worse place in your heart?
Don't push it. Just looking at you makes me sick.
And I get sick when I can't look at you.
You're risking your reputation by leaving the city and stalking someone who doesn't even love you.
This forest doesn't seem deserted when you're here, because you're all the world to me. So how can anyone say I'm alone when the whole world is here to look at me?
I'll run away and hide in a bush and leave you to the mercy of wild animals.
The wildest animal isn't as cruel as you are. Run whenever you want to.
I'm not... Leave me alone. I'm not sticking out to listen to this any longer.
Yes, you already hurt me in the town, in the church, and in the fields. Shame on you, Demetrius. Your behavior is an insult to all women. We cannot fight for love as men can. We should be courted and pursued. We weren't made to do the pursuing.
Goodbye, nymph. Before he leaves this part of the forest, you will be the one running away, and he will be in love with you.
Pulled it down, man.
Do you have the flower?
Yes, here it is.
Give it to me. I know a place where wild thyme blooms and oxlips and violets grow. It's covered over with luscious honeysuckle, sweet musk roses and honeybeer. Titania sleeps there at night, lulled to sleep by dances and other delights.
Uncle, owner?
I'll put the juice of the flower on Titania's eye.
I'll take this.
Here,
I should.
you take some of it too.
I'll put this one for the next time.
And look around in this part of the forest. The sweet
No, because I have to
lady is
climb.
in love
I have to
with a
climb.
young man who wants nothing to do with her. Put the juice of the flower on his eyes. And make sure to do it such a way that the next thing he sees will be a lady. Do it carefully.
Don't worry, sir. I'm at your service.
Magic will soon twist and turn the world of fantasy, my friends. Because love is an ever-fixed mark that looks upon tempests and is never shaken.
Let me not, to the marriage of two minds, admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds.
Ah, but it does. Poor Helena, who would have thought this would be her plight at the hands of shrewd Demetrius? Thou blind fool, love, what dost thou to mine eyes, that they behold and see not what they see?
No.
Whatever you see when you wake up will be a true love. love him and yearn for him. Even if he's a cat, a bear, a lion, or a wild boar.